I don't know. I stole from my roommate. Yeah, because my mom has horrible taste in pie.
What is up, movie buffs? How you doing on this fine Thursday evening? I hope we found you well. I hope you're enjoying your October so far. We're about 7 days in, man. About 7 days closer to Halloween. Caleb's favorite holiday.
Halloween's their favorite party, their favorite holiday, but I couldn't think of anything because I was going to tag you in it.
You still got time, dude. Don't let yourself down.
I know. I'm going to think of something good.
I'll be keeping an eye out for that. I love this time of year. The weather is a big part of the draw, man, and it is finally getting a little cooler outside.
I do love fall.
Fall's nice. Fall is nice.
And so we get real fall over here.
We're going to spend the next 45 minutes talking about common weather phenomenons such as cold, hot, warm.
That's what this podcast is.
How you doing, man? How's it been going?
Doing good, man. I've been actually finding a little free time to watch some movies. I'm finally officially gave my 2-week notice at my job, so tomorrow's my last day.
Love it.
Hoping that'll free up some time, some stress, and I can do more content. You know, feeling good, man.
Good. We're going to talk a little bit about what you've been watching because I haven't been watching all that much.
I've been watching stuff finally. I've been watching stuff.
Nice. What's up, Brad? What's up, Random Andy's channel, King of the Hills 34, and Patrick McCabe. How you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. We're going to talk a little bit more about House of the Dragon. So if you happen to be at Twitch last night, which I know at least some of you were, you're going to hear some things that maybe I said, and you're going to hear some maybe revisions to some of the things that I said.
Way you started that, I thought you were like, you said something really bad. You're going to hear some things that I said on a live stream.
And I was
expecting an apology to start coming anytime soon.
I want to apologize to the whole blank community.
Yeah. I was like, what joke did you make now that people didn't get?
Yeah, dude. I haven't seen that much stuff, but I have been very much looking forward to the upcoming House of the Dragon series, which is the Game of Thrones spinoff. It's not coming out for a year, but we just got the first teaser, so we're gonna talk a little bit about that later on in the show. Right now, though, I wanted to ask you, and I know you pretty well, man, and I want to say that I think you probably haven't watched Squid Games, but if you did, you don't like it. So hit me. Have you seen it? Do you like it?
No, I'm dying to see it because I love Korean television. K-drama.
I know you do. Do you feel like because somebody else told you that it was good that you're going to automatically dislike it?
No, I'm super pumped about it. I am curious to see if it's one of those situations where you know, like it's a lot of people's first exposure to Korean TV, so therefore it's hyped up, or if it's really, really good. I'm hoping it's really, really good.
How do you feel about Snowpiercer?
Snowpiercer's trash.
Yeah. How do you feel about Parasite?
Well, but you're listening to one director I really hate.
The messaging is very, very similar.
Very like woke messaging. Well, not woke,
No,
but more
well,
liberal.
like, yeah, very like based on like Animal Farm or Marxism or like
Okay.
the idea that there is a class system and they're kind of at odds with each other.
I actually don't mind, like, even when the message is something I disagree with, as long as it's well delivered, I could care less.
All right, because I didn't know why you. I think Snowpiercer is a fucking masterpiece, and I think Parasite's pretty good.
Snowpiercer is trash.
Man, whatever.
I think Parasite's 10 times better though.
So Squid
Sorry,
Game,
this
dude,
thing's
pretty
falling off.
pretty good stuff. I've been enjoying it. I'm not finished yet. I am at the finale. So once we get done tonight, we're gonna check it
Well,
out.
maybe after that you can watch Sweet Home, the other Korean show that is impeccable.
No, dude, no.
Yes, so you get 2 K dramas back to back.
What's it about, dude? Tell me.
So it's essentially a zombie movie, but instead of people turning into zombies, they're turning into monsters, and like everyone's different,
What?
and they're trapped in an apartment complex.
Oh yeah, I'm all in.
Dude, you would, and it's like mainly practical effects.
Yeah, dude.
Super cool.
Is it comedy, horror kind of thing?
Horror.
Oh, okay.
Just straight up more horror. I loved it. Like action horror. I thought it's incredible. I think you would actually really like it.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to watch Midnight Mass. I've been saying it for a while now, but like, dude, if I'm watching shit with Victoria, love her to death. Great woman. Apparently she's got better things to do than just sit around and binge watch television series, which is really kind of cramping my style. It's like, I want to watch 4 TV shows back to back. What are you doing? What are you fucking up to?
Does she ever do the thing where like she ruins something for you while you're watching and you're like, just go in another room because you're just ruining this for me now?
Yeah.
My wife does. I get so angry. Like especially like I love like midnight movie intentional camp.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll be like, this is cheesy. And I'm like, yes, that's the whole point. Like you're missing the point.
You're dismissed for the
like,
evening.
Just leave, you know?
Yeah, man. Class dismissed. What's up, Zach Crackham? Leo, Mark McKeever, what's up, my guy? How's it going? I recant my comments about Dave Chappelle and comparing him to Carlin. Dave's 846 was great, but the closer was far from his best. Caleb, did you see the closer yet?
No, I really want to see. I know he's quote unquote canceled again, like he's canceled every couple of months.
Yeah, it's a funny phenomenon because on one hand, we have to acknowledge that there is a reaction to it. But on the other hand, we have to acknowledge that just because some people canceled him doesn't mean that he's not going to sell out his next fucking show. Like, it can be both things at once, you know?
Dude, canceling is like, right now, if you want to make someone successful, cancel them.
Yeah, that's
like
a good call.
a celebrity. Like, the only people that you can cancel are just like normal everyday people.
Who could we blow up right now, dude? Like, where most people think they're canceling people to fuck their careers up, who could we cancel that we could give... Like
give more of a
to,
spotlight
yeah.
Dude, I guarantee you a comedian, man. I mean, look at Andrew Schultz. That's kind of like been his whole thing, is like saying offensive things.
Yeah,
I think he's hilarious, you know, but that's his whole thing. I mean, that's what comedy is, though. Until recently, comedy has been saying offensive things. That's, you know,
100%. 100%.
Like good comedy, you know, like,
how do you be funny without punching down? You know?
Oh, I hate the whole punching down, punching up argument. I think it's the lamest argument in the world.
That's like, Chappelle goes on about that for a little bit. I feel both sides of it, man. I've seen some people who have, you know, some trans people that are like, his language is damaging. And I agree. And I also kind of agree with Dave's take on some of the stuff as well. Like, it's like, you can be moderate and like think something's exactly what you said. You can accept the art without accepting the message, or don't watch it. You know what I mean?
That's the biggest thing, is there's a ton of stuff I don't like for various different reasons. Just don't watch it. You know, like I don't know. I'm just maybe too much of a true freaking like liberal peace and love hippie in a weird way, where I'm just like, hey, I think there's a place for trans people to exist and not be harassed, because I don't think we should ever treat people subhuman. I don't care what, you know, unless they're like a murderer or a rapist, then yeah, whatever.
Some sort of cannibalistic human underground dweller.
Like, if you're not hurting someone, I think we should treat you like human. So let me put that out there. Like, I'm definitely like, trans, do what you want. As long as you're happy and you're not harming anyone, I don't care. But I think you can still, either criticize or even poke fun of, I think there's room for both of those to exist.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. It's
And the
not like
problem is people
everybody
are
can't get
idiots
it.
though. Like even I guarantee you there are people like to take the more trans pro side. Like I guarantee you there are idiots out there who will listen to Dave Chappelle, and if he says something that is quote unquote anti-trans and it's funny, they don't just go what I do. I'm like, that's kind of funny, and then move on with my life. And then if I see a trans person in the real world, I still treat them as a human being with respect. There are some people who might use that as ammunition, but let's
Yes.
be real, those people were already going to be mean to the trans person. It
Yeah.
wasn't like they were like, you know what, I was really pro-trans, and that Chappelle guy,
He really
now
turned
I'm
me
going to go be
around.
mean to the trans waiter at Starbucks. Like, I don't
But
think that's happening.
it might embolden them.
Or influence the culture as a whole.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it will.
But it could.
Could. That's
I
what,
think,
because his voice is so loud.
yeah, no, I could definitely see it. And that's the thing is culture moves and shifts.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do think you are also to be able to dissent to the popular opinion.
So you
Interesting
think
stuff.
there's always going to be a place for a comedy, even if it's not mainstream progressive acceptable, because there's always like a counterculture. There's always a response to that.
100%. I mean, think about when the mainstream culture was conservative. What were all comedians? They all had more liberal talking points.
Yeah.
Now, yes, there are definitely more liberal leaning comedians. Obviously, I mean, even I think if you ask Chappelle, he'd probably describe himself as a liberal. I don't think Chappelle would be like, I'm a conservative.
Hardcore conservative. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he would be like, yeah, man. Like, I think he's just a more nuanced person. But in America, at least, I'm assuming worldwide, but in America, well, not worldwide. That's way too big of a statement. But in America, I could say that the dominant culture is liberal. So therefore, in order to be counterculture and be a good comedian, which is poking holes in the dominant culture, by definition, it's going to have some conservative undertones. When the mainstream culture is whatever, if you poke holes in that culture, it's going to have undertones of the
really
opposing
good
argument.
point. That's absolutely something I've considered as well. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Good point. All right. Well, let's, what else, man? What else? Dude, have you seen any of Star Wars Visions? You haven't.
No.
It's
dude,
fucking dope, dude.
There's the one that's black and white, like samurai, definitely like in Kurosawa, that I've just inspired. Of course, I'm in on that.
They're each like 5 to 7 minutes long. Each of them is a very distinct. It's almost like Love, Death, and Robots, only in the Star Wars universe. There's this really cool little anime episode where it's a bunch of kids in a band that are forced to perform for Jabba in Jabba's palace.
Super cool.
Yeah, and like the bass player, the drummer's like condemned to die, or the bass player is condemned to die afterwards, but they rock so hard that they end up getting released or whatever at the end. It's pretty cool, man. I like it because it's what it's what a lot of us have wanted Star Wars to do for a while, which is just like take the galaxy far, far away and explore different fucking corners of it that don't have anything to do with Skywalkers and don't have anything to do with Boba Fett's. Just give me some, you know what I mean? Give me some original shit.
Dude, that's what I feel like Star Wars has been needing. And you've heard me say this a lot, that the Star Wars universe is collapsing in on itself instead of expanding out. It's all about one family now. And I hate that. Like what made Star Wars was great was I want a story about it. Yeah. The band who goes to play at Jabba's palace. Like that's a cooler story to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool shit, man. So that's one that I like. And then what else? What else have you seen? You said you saw some movies.
So I watched that The Guilty or whatever with Jake Gyllenhaal on Netflix.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, man. Like it's not going to win any awards. Have you seen it yet?
No, I have not.
So apparently it's a remake of a Danish film that I have not seen. Apparently that's much better according to what I see on like Letterboxd and stuff. So a lot of people are really down on this. So, I didn't see that. But reminds me of Locke, the movie with Tom Hardy, where it's just him on a phone the whole movie.
Uh-huh.
It's nowhere near as good as Locke because Locke is a masterpiece.
Okay.
But it's very, very intense, and I love Jake Gyllenhaal. Man,
it's a bottle episode, dude.
It's a bottle episode.
I mean, it's a bottle movie, but yeah, it's like Buried or Phone
Yes,
Phone Booth.
100%.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's just him on the phone. And if you're a good enough actor, those are incredible and very intense. Not near as intense as Locke. Locke is probably the most intense movie I've seen like that, but loved it.
What do you think, dude? You can pick one and the other one has to fucking drop dead. Tom Hardy or who's the other one you said? Tom Hardy or
Well,
Jake Gyllenhaal. One of them
dude,
lives and gets to make more movies. The other one drops dead because of your choice.
So Gyllenhaal, I like better as an actor.
Yeah.
I think he's more versatile.
Yeah,
I love Tom Hardy though.
Tom Hardy's fantastic. He's very big on voice affect and weird mannerisms, and I respect that because it's physical. But I feel like Jake Gyllenhaal, versatile, I think is the right
Who
way
would
of
have
saying
thought Bubble Boy would have ended up being that great of an actor?
it. Yeah, dude, for real.
And then I watched that Gunpowder Milkshake. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I thought it stunk. Hit me.
So the first like 30, 40 minutes, I really liked it. It reminded me of like Shoot 'em Up. The choreograph was horrible, and the main girl's like awkward. So like her fighting is not good to watch.
Sometimes it was good.
It's a little awkward.
Yeah,
It's like me doing a fight scene. I'm just it wouldn't be good, you know? But at the beginning when it's like, it reminded me of, I put in the category of like Hobo with a Shotgun, Shoot 'em Up, like this super grindhouse, a lot of synth music. I thought was intentionally overacted, especially like the comedic bad guys. And I loved it. And then the film kept going and going and going and going. And then it's like the first half of this film is like a 4. The second 4 out of like, well, 3 out of 5, let's say 3 out of 5. The second half is like a 2 or, you know, a 1.5 out of 5. Like it's really bad. When it tries to be more than what it is, it just falls apart.
I like the cast, obviously. Big fan of Lena Headey. I really like Carrie Gillan. She plays Nebula in the MCU, but she was in that movie Oculus a couple years back.
That's where she's from. Yeah.
And she's cool. And the movie, like, I agree with you. It has some cool stylistic elements in it. I really like the bowling alley action set piece.
Yes.
The way it was lit and shit was super cool. I mean, like, this is very like reminiscent of everything Gunpowder Milkshake is, you know what I mean?
100%.
So,
100% accurate.
Yeah, man. And I like that. I do. I think it had a cool visual style to it. Yeah, I wanted something a little more akin to John Wick, and I felt like it was never as dynamic, kinetic, maybe.
I would agree with that. As someone like, I love Shoot 'em Up. I don't know if you've seen Shoot 'em Up, right?
Yeah.
Incredible film. Like I like Shoot 'em Up is like a 9 out of 10 for me. I put it in the same thing as like Mayhem and all that, where it knows what it is. In the beginning, I was getting vibes of that. When it threw in the extended cast is when it fell apart. When it was just her and the little girl, kind of cool.
Yeah.
Then it keeps going. It's her mom, extended cast, all these other people, and then it was like trying to have like some heartfelt moments in this overacted, goofy film.
Yes.
And you're like, you just kind of ruined the whole vibe
of what it is. Yeah.
It's really cool shot though. It's like there are some scenes there. I'm like, this looks well. This looks nice.
The director has got skills. The director is going to go on to probably do some cool shit.
That was my thing more than watching this and anything. I'm like, I can't wait to see what this director does next. That was kind of the vibe I got.
I wonder who it is. It doesn't matter. Fuck them. Look it up if you want. Gunpowder Milkshake, directed by. Let us know in the comment section. Oh boy. Fuck, marry, kill. Tom Hardy, Heath Ledger, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay, so who?
All right.
Heath Ledger?
I'm going to fuck with Heath Ledger's corpse.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Are we talking corpse?
Kill Tom Hardy so that I can marry and continue to watch films from Jake Gyllenhaal.
See, I was gonna kill Heath Ledger because he's already dead. So I'm just gonna like desecrate a dead body. And then I'm gonna fuck Jake Gyllenhaal. And then I'm gonna marry Tom Hardy because I think he'd just kind of sit there in the corner and not really say much. And I could just play video games.
Be like one of those very like standoffish, not standoffish, handoffish husbands, just like, hey,
yeah, man. You know I'm not obligated to sex much with him.
Bro, dude. Oh shit. Well, that was good. I'm glad you asked that important, hard-hitting question.
That's the very important question.
Dude, what do you think about What do you think about the Bond franchise? Are you excited about this new one?
I haven't been excited about a Bond franchise in like 30 films. So
What was the Bond film you were excited about?
none of them.
Okay.
Literally, I've seen a ton of them, but I never like got it.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
I
glad they
swear to
exist for
God,
people though.
I grew up like that. If you I don't know what happened, dude. Somewhere along the way, Daniel Craig got cast as James Bond, and I'm like, it's fucking cool now. I know they just like kind of born identitied the Bond franchise, but I thought it worked really well for it. And this is the final film in the Daniel Craig saga. Every one of these movies has kind of been related to each other. I mean, at least way more closely connected than any of the previous versions of the character. So this is like ending his run. And I kind of am excited about seeing it. I felt like there's been some really good set pieces in it. And then I also like Mission Impossible. Do you like Mission Impossible?
No, not a big fan of
All
Mission
right,
Impossible.
so you don't care about you like Kingsman?
I love
All
Kingsman.
right, here we go.
I absolutely
we're in it.
love Kingsman.
Yeah, man, that shit is good. There's one coming out right now, and I don't like the title of it. It's Matthew Vaughn's The King's Man. What do you think about that?
Is it a sequel to Kingsman?
Or like a prequel or some shit.
Okay, then yeah, I'm okay with it.
What is that? What it started out as The King's Man, and then it got mistranslated to The Kingsman.
I have no idea.
Kingsman is plural.
Yeah, I have no idea.
All right, well, I don't either.
Do you know what's great about the Kingsman is like the same way that Futurama works. Like if you hate sci-fi, Futurama does a good job of making fun of sci-fi. If you love sci-fi, it's also a great homage. I feel like Kingsman does that for like spy James Bond type movies.
It's a really
like,
good
if you
call.
hate those, it's great. If you love those, it's great. It like caters to that really well.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I like that. So what else is going on? We'll go ahead and move into some weird news because, and this doesn't come as a surprise to anyone, porn is a very old, oh, sorry about that. What did I fuck up? Porn is a very old art form. You call it an art form? Erotica.
We are not calling it an art form.
I mean, if I call it erotica, does it become art?
No.
What if it's not photography, but it's like really well done paintings or sculpture of people fucking?
That's different. Like putting a camera in front of like making essentially you making like a low budget documentary about people having sex. Not I would not call it art.
The forbidden erotica of Pompeii. Ooh, let me get Caleb's up in here.
You're about to get banned from YouTube. Because so
over some just dumb shit. You're right. You know what? We're not doing that. If you guys want, fucking look it up yourself.
Don't play around and share your screen on YouTube live with that going.
So I mean, it's a bunch of like mosaics and shit of people getting busy. This is not a. Does it surprise you?
What's the story? Did you ever? You said porn. That's all you said.
That's it. Oh, okay. So Pompeii, obviously. Roman city that was buried in ash under the volcanic eruption of Mount Vesuvius. It destroyed the Library of Alexandria. Like so much of the world's knowledge at that point was almost erased. It put us back into the dark ages after this golden age, the Renaissance, and so there was so much culture in this one place, and there's no article. Like I'm winging it here, bro.
There's this one of like a devil banging a goat statue.
Hell yeah. And then there's like carved phallic instruments, the secret chamber displays. I wish I could like find an article about it, and I'm sure I can. Forbidden erotica of Pompeii. Dude, that shit is worth so much money, but
oh yeah.
I guess how do you sell it?
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily sell that.
I mean, it's cool, but like so much of Roman and even Greek art were like nudes anyway. Yeah. So it's like a fine line we're walking. They're like in regular Roman art, there's a naked David. In Roman erotica, there's a naked David and somebody's touching his dick.
In Pompeii erotica, there's Satan banging a goat.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's pretty far out.
That's pretty far. That's pretty. It's very niche.
Satan though, nah. It could, yeah, I guess Christianity had come to Rome at that time.
I'm assuming it's. I mean, it looks like Satan. Did you see the picture of it?
I didn't know because it was a video. Were you just like watching it?
So I just know. I just googled Pompeii porn,
Nice.
and there was and I went to images, and there's definitely a person. There's definitely a Satan-esque figure deep inside a goat, and they are like staring at each other very fondly.
I'm into it, man. I'm into
That's what
it.
you want to do? Do you want to be the goat or you want to be Satan?
That's
the real question.
I just meant the general concept of all.
Oh,
of
you just want to be around for the whole thing.
I just want to be there.
You just want to be watching from a closet. That's it.
Dude, there's one of like a fresco painting of like a little servant munching box.
Oh yeah, it looks like a little person in that.
I was trying to think of what to call that.
Yeah, it does look like an actual little person.
Maybe a child.
Oh, hopefully not. Hopefully it's a little person.
Possibly. Hard to say. Hard to say. Did you bash your pinky with a hammer? You should get that checked out. JK LOL. Shut up. It's yes. All right, let's see what else is going on. Virginia woman left hot. Why does it keep disappearing your screen? Hold on. I don't want to do that. I don't want to disappear your screen, man. I need you in on this.
Disappear my screen.
I don't
just
know.
Want to hide everyone from me.
Hide the glow, man. You shine too bright. Virginia woman left hospitalized and hallucinating after venomous spider bites her lip.
Ooh, that sounds rough.
I got a picture of it.
Okay. Virginia woman, spider lip.
Dude, it fucked her up. Big time. Check that out, you guys. What do you think about that? Pretty cool. Virginia woman left hospitalized and hallucinating after venomous spider bites her lip.
So I'm Googling it. Spider lip.
A Virginia woman. I said that. I hate when they do that.
The man.
Is, bro, right? It's serious.
Dude, that's terrifying.
Sherry Maddox woke up on a 10-hour kayak trip down the Staunton River when she was bitten by a spider, but didn't initially realize how serious the bite was. Holy shit. She was in the middle of a kayaking trip, can't do anything. When it still felt painful the next day, Miss Maddox sought antibiotics, but the area became incredibly swollen, and it soon became clear the problem was serious. I'm almost 50, and I've been floating in the middle of the Staunton River since I could swim, 6 years old. I was just praying I wasn't going to die because I hear horror stories and you look on the internet and you see all this stuff. At one bitch, you are the stuff that you see on the internet. At one point, Miss Maddox told Fox News she hallucinated, not realizing she'd been transported from one hospital to another, instead imagining she was still home. She said she thought it was because of the pain meds they gave her, but I heard from several different people that that's what spider venom does. Caleb, you ever heard that?
Someone swelling like that? Dude,
No, that a spider will make you hallucinate.
I'm assuming some sort of thing does. I mean, there's a ton of different venoms out there that can do a ton of weird stuff.
Some of them give you radioactive spider powers. Some of them make you hallucinate. And I will, yeah, dude, if I had to pick one or the other, if I'm going to be honest, I'm taking the hallucination one.
Oh, I know you would.
I don't want great power or great responsibility. Give me the fucking mushrooms.
I want great power. I just don't want any responsibility.
Unchecked power.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
No, I sent you that picture of my wife when her arm got bit, didn't I, by a mosquito or something, and she swelled up and she looked like she had a bicep up to here. Did I ever send you this picture?
No.
Dude, it was wild.
Dude, that's so... My buddy Shane got bit in the thigh by a brown recluse, and I saw, Patrick, you brought that up a minute ago. It probably was, I'd imagine, because those are like... if it's not a Black Widow or it's not a brown recluse, chances are pretty good it's not all that venomous. I think those are the two big ones in Florida. This wasn't a Florida story, but in America even, but I don't remember Shane saying he tripped off of it.
Yeah, man, that's wild, man. Her lip was jacked.
Crazy big. Prime, did you see that, dude? Ah!
What if Spider-Man is a comic just about Peter Parker hallucinating about being an Avenger? That's good.
Man, that's a crazy looking picture. She's like, you always go on the internet and you see this stuff, and it's like, that's so meta. You know what I mean? You get how that's meta?
I get how it's meta. I understand what meta means. Thank you. Just like I understood what Pompeii was before you explained it to me.
That was for the folks at home, man. Come on.
Okay, that was for the idiots listening.
Oh, dude, shame for shame. Yoon accused of ties to anal acupuncture story. There's this Seoul, South Korean leader, presidential candidate, has increasingly faced questions about superstitious or unscientific beliefs, this time over his alleged ties to an anal acupuncture specialist that he claims to have no knowledge of. The allegation surfaced Tuesday during the 6th TV debate among presidential contenders of the main opposition, People Power Party, when one of Yoon's competitors, former Republican Yoo Sung-min, asked if he had met someone known to perform acupuncture on a strange and particular area. Can we really pinpoint that that's anal acupuncture?
I mean, is it definitely like in the anus?
I mean, there are a couple of particular areas. You know what I mean? Like, it could be your bum. It could be, Caleb, do you understand what genitals are, dude?
if it's your cheek, it's not anal acupuncture, right?
Right. No.
It would have to be the anus.
Like, I would imagine, like, it's like a starfish. If you pin a needle to each one of the starfish's arms.
Just like it's all around it?
Yeah, like you crucify a fucking starfish. Oh, so stupid.
Now, the big question is anal acupuncture art? That's the real question.
Yeah, for sure. If you ask me. Christopher Branch, what's up, dude? AVP Sonic, how you guys doing? You came just in time. Just in time.
Missed the starfish conversation. In time to miss.
It's weird though that a person would bring it up at a debate, and especially in that context. And then when they say on a strange and particular area, I'm assuming anal acupuncture must be like a thing, right?
I don't know. I Googled it and I didn't really see anything except for that story.
Acupuncture treat anal fissure.
Yeah, that's like the stuff I found was like treatments for it.
And that's or like hemorrhoids with acupuncture. Like, to me, I don't think that that's as scandalous as people are. Dude, if you want to go ancient Chinese medicine to heal your hemorrhoids, I'm not getting in the way, dude.
Nah, man, do what you got to do.
Yeah, dude. Squid Game season 2.
It does sound like something that would be brought up in a debate, though. Think about what the crazy, dumb things that get brought up in debates.
Yeah, you're not lying. You're not lying.
Yeah, it sounds like a perfect debate thing, you know?
Everybody's taking a cue from everybody, too. It's turned into a goddamn circus.
It's a circus now. Everything is.
Oh, bro. Florida man. What's going on in Florida, man? Not a lot. I really wanted to bring this one up, Caleb, because this is bringing it back. It's so seldom do we follow up with stories. You know, you break the first initial thing, but you never go back to see if the person was convicted or not. We're just like, hey, this person was accused of throwing an alligator through a Wendy's fucking drive-through window. Were they charged? We don't know. But is
this the follow-up to the Wendy's story?
Not that story, but an equally good one that you're going to remember. Cops get qualified immunity after jailing Florida man for the I eat ass bumper sticker.
Oh, I do remember that story.
This is a fucking Florida man MVP, Dylan Shane Webb, will thus not be able to sue for the alleged violation of his free speech rights. So this dude, oh, this sucks. Dude, I'm sad.
So he can't sue the police station.
Yeah, apparently his free speech rights were not violated. He had an "I eat ass" bumper sticker on his vehicle, and I thought that's something that should be celebrated, not reprimanded.
Yeah, that's the thing with like free speech. You know, there's always that line of like when do you go too far? When is it publicly indecent? Um, you know, but I feel like I would be a hypocrite if I said, hey, you know, Dave Chappelle can tell whatever jokes he wants, but this guy can't put an "I eat ass" bumper sticker because kids might see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's a good point because in print is different than out loud.
I feel like in all questions, I tend to be a free speech absolutist. You know, like if I have to make the call. So I say that he would be allowed to do that. I mean, that's his property, you know?
I mean, not his parents could explain it like, I guess this would be almost equally, if not more traumatizing to be like, no, he means donkeys, like from Shrek.
That would be better. That'd be better.
You know, like we eat cows.
My kid already knows where chickens come from. Like she'll like be eating chicken, she'll take a bite and she goes cluck, 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 and takes another bite. My kid already knows, not even 2 years old, where chickens come from.
AVP Sonic, I appreciate that. I will look into doing a little monsters video. I like that. Some gremlins, some ghoulies, some critters, some trolls. All the good ones. What are some other ones? Caleb? Mini monsters.
What ones?
Like small monsters.
Small monsters. You got to do munchies.
Munchies, remember? That's a really good one. Yeah.
That's like an obscure, awful one. Gremlins.
Mac and Me, like it fits in that genre, but it's not.
But I think it's too like kiddie.
Yeah. And then Puppet Master are like, they don't fall in the monsters category to me, or Chucky would, but no, we're talking like little organic,
like actual little,
not
monsters.
Possessed. Yeah.
Gargoyles.
Leprechaun.
Oh, Leprechaun.
I hadn't seen Gargoyles.
You haven't seen not the old like 70s movie?
TV? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
I love that growing up. You got to watch it.
All right. I think you mentioned this to me. Yeah.
It's not good.
Oh, there's a Resident Evil trailer out, Caleb, and Patrick says there's lots of shots straight from the game. How do you feel about a new Resident Evil?
Netflix show?
Is it a Netflix show?
I think so.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm super pumped about that. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm all in.
You're actually an apologist of the franchise, aren't you?
Oh yeah, it's horrible and I love it all. It's garbage.
I respect it, dude. I have those, you know, like I love the werewolf transformations in the Underworld franchise, and I loved Kate Beckinsale for so long that I'm just like, yeah, sure.
I put Underworld and Resident Evil in the same exact category. They're pretty much the same type of movie.
Is it? It's real actors. Okay, they're not doing CGI.
I guess it's a new movie.
Time.
I thought it was a TV show. I was more excited about that. It's a new movie. November. Says Random Dandy channel titled "Welcome to Raccoon."
Okay.
Raccoon City. Yeah, cool. I mean, I'm all in for it. I would like to see him follow the games a little more. Speaking of that, are you getting Resident Evil 4 in VR this month?
I didn't know I could. Fuck yeah.
It's coming out on Quest 2, RE4 in VR.
Wow.
Day one buy.
What's this new one called? Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. Or Raccoon City.
Yeah, okay. Welcome to Raccoon City. Oh, Christopher Brand said Monster Squad. Great film. Love Monster Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Wolfman got snards.
Oh, man. So at the center of the Odyssey is Florida man Dylan Shane Webb, who was pulled over on May of 2019 after being pulled over by Travis English. With exception to the sticker, Webb declined to censor it on the spot. His vehicle was searched, and he was subsequently arrested and booked in jail for obscene writing on vehicles. That was a charge. And resisting an officer without violence. The resisting in question refers to his refusal to alter the sticker's appearance at the officer's demand.
I mean, here's my thing is like, I mean, I probably agree with him, but if a cop's like, hey, change that. I don't think the "I eat ass" bumper sticker is like the hill I'm dying
No,
on.
no, no, no. I agree. Look, fuck you, man.
Yeah,
This fucking bumper sticker stays, dude.
that's what it was.
I would have been
he-
like, dude, you know what happens when you take a bumper sticker off of a car? You're gonna pay for my fucking paint job?
Yeah, like on my piece of shit car,
Yeah,
it's
and
already
he'd be
faded.
like, why the fuck did you put a bumper
The
sticker
rest
on
of
your
the
car?
car's faded,
It's a good
and
question.
that part's gonna look fresh.
Yeah, dude. Webb denies the sticker was in fact obscene. In interviews, he repeatedly acknowledged the sexual nature of the sticker, said the judge, albeit couched in his attempt at humor, showing the notion that an erotic message was more than hypothetical. It could reasonably be viewed as the predominant message being communicated. If the sticker depicted a sexual act, it would be protected speech. If the sticker depicted a sexual act, it would be protected under the First Amendment only if it had serious literary, artistic, political, or scientific value. I think I could make the argument that the "I eat ass" sticker has
Artistic value.
artistic value, even scientific value, dude. I eat ass.
Yes, it's pretty much a scholarly paper.
Bro, dude, it is. It's a thesis. Oh man. I don't know, dude. Lots of Zoomers are doing it, dude. It's the culture now, dude. People are just out here eating ass. It's a statement. It's
Go for it,
political.
man. Go have fun.
Are you down?
Yeah, I'm done with everything, dude. I'm a disgusting human being.
All right. All right.
I'm down with whatever my wife will let me do. That's what I'm down with.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, for sure.
I think that's like most guys. Most guys we're disgusting. I'm like, if you actually knew the thoughts that went on in your average guy's head, you'd be like, you disgust me, and someone needs to lock you away. Like they're
Awooga. Oh shit, man. I know that you didn't watch Game of Thrones. There's a new series coming out based on the world of A Song of Ice and Fire. You get a fresh start, dude. Nothing that happened up to this point matters. On HBO. Are you interested?
I'd have to sign up for HBO again. So no.
Fuck.
Honestly, there's just too many good shows. Like if I'm gonna watch this or Squid Game is still on my list, I'm gonna choose Squid Game.
Well, you got time. This shit ain't coming out till 2022, dude.
Dude, well, yeah. It's not like there's other shows coming out.
Squid Game, it's only 10 episodes.
Speaking of that, I dropped Why the Last Man. That show gets horrible.
Does it?
Yeah, not worth keeping up with. I watched like 2 episodes. I was like, okay, and then it completely goes off the rails. Not at all like the comic. I was like, I'm out.
I watched 2 episodes and then just got bored. I didn't hate it or anything, but yeah, I'm kind of glad it's football season, so I don't have to talk about that shit on the radio.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm done.
That's too bad, man. House of the Dragon trailer breakdown, 17 story reveals and secrets. So I did a breakdown for this last night, and it didn't go well. I was watching the trailer and trying to talk about it at the same time, but there's so many goddamn characters, dude. So I don't know how you can help me with this. I want to send you the link to the article. It's just a Game of Thrones or a freaking article from Gizmodo.
Okay.
Where do you want it? Your phone?
Just send it in the chat. I'll pull it up.
All
I'm
right.
assuming it's nothing that is inappropriate to do on my work computer. Granted,
little
if it
incest
was,
never hurt nobody, you know?
Yeah, tomorrow's my last day, so it's okay.
Yes. Ah, shit. I blocked you out again. Sorry about that. And going in the chat here. I can do this.
Okay.
I can do this. Let's see here.
Gizmodo, got it. Who's who?
All right, so now you at least have a frame of reference. Do me a favor, if you will say the
names of these people that I cannot pronounce.
All right, yeah, I guess that's hard
Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen.
That's pretty good. All right, so in this HBO teaser trailer, it's only a minute long. There's a lot of
I gotta
little
go to previous
tiny
slides.
image.
I'll go back to the first slide.
What is the first slide?
Skull of Belerion.
Okay, that's what I've got in front of me. Yeah, Balerion the Black Dread. He's the biggest dragon that ever existed. If you look at that image right there, Caleb, it's obviously dead. Like you can see its nasal cavities are like that's clearly a skull.
At first, I thought that was like Castle Grayskull's what I saw there first.
Dude, that's pretty cool. Like the candles underneath it, you see there's like a million of them. They've completely melted down.
Super cool. It's actually a cool frame.
It is. It's super dark, which
It's
I'm
really
surprised
cool.
about. So yeah, he's the greatest dragon of the Targaryens. The Targaryens is a house, a family of royalty in the Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire universe. And the one King Aegon the Conqueror flew when he defeated the united the Seven Kingdoms. So for a long time, the Targaryens ruled Westeros because of their dragons. And in this series, there are a handful of dragons left. By the time we get to A Song of Ice and Fire, most of the magic in Westeros has died out. There's no dragons. The White Walkers are just legend. Like, this is 300 years before those events. So there's still like a lot of remnants of that stuff kind of going on in the civilization. He lived long enough to be ridden by Viserys, one, but was old enough to die before Viserys ascended to the Iron Throne. The skull is still in the catacombs in the Red Keep during the events of Game of Thrones. So for those of you guys that watched the series, that was Balerion's skull down underneath the Red Keep that Arya hid in when she heard Varys talking to Cersei or some shit back in season 1. What do you think, man? The next one is
Let's see. Sir Otto Hightower.
Yeah,
let me say the names of all these.
Yeah.
First of all, Sir Otto Hightower sounds like a Harry Potter character.
It does. Yeah, but isn't that like a fantasy naming convention? Like Samwise Gamgee's?
Hightower, though. I mean, that sounds very Harry Potter to me.
We got Starks, Targaryens, Hightowers. That one in particular, I dig it. I see what you mean. What are some of the other Bilbo Baggins? I guess they're different though. There's not somebody that's like Oswald Cobblepot. That sounds like some shit from Harry Potter. I know.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like that. That's like a Cobblepot Hightower.
Yeah. I get it. So he's the Hand of the King. And he's played by the amazing Spider-Man's Rhys Ifans. Hightower advises the current occupant of the Iron Throne, Viserys I Targaryen. Before that, however, he ruled the Seven Kingdoms in all but name while Viserys' father was bedridden for years. So I want you guys to know these are not spoilers to the show. This is like context of who these characters are when the show starts. Like this isn't giving away plot details. It's just letting us in on who a lot of these people are.
So this is a prequel or what?
Yeah, 300 years before.
Okay, so there's going to be a lot more magic and cool stuff in this one.
Yes, it's going to be much more driven by... I mean, obviously, there's still going to be all the Game of Thrones backstabbing and soap opera shit in it. But then, yes, there's going to be a lot more high fantasy in it.
Cool, I like that.
Yeah, dude. And the Hand of the King is basically a king's most trusted advisor. You know, they're the person that helps them with all of their shit. And in Game of Thrones, Robert Baratheon wanted Ned to be his Hand of the King. However, Jamie was the head of the Kingsguard. Who was fucking... Yeah, Ned became Hand of the King under Robert right before he died. Let's see. Next one, Caleb 5. What do you got? Oh, no. Sorry, 4.
King Viserious Targaryen?
Yeah, very close. King Viserys Targaryen. Not to be confused with Viserys II. I mean, how could you confuse King Viserys I with King Viserys II? You know what I mean?
I know.
So easy to keep it straight.
The whole King vasectomy line. I don't know.
Daenerys' brother and the asshole who got Dothraki golden shower in the first season of Game of Thrones. Okay, so this is the King Viserys, not the little prick Viserys. From the show. He's one of the good Targaryens. He's peacefully reigning over the Seven Kingdoms for years, but during his rule, a civil war fomented. He's holding what sword is that? It's what sword? Okay. I'm telling you, dude, I'm fucking in love with this shit. It's so deep, the lore. That's Blackfire is the longsword. It's made from Valerian steel, and it's actually featured in Game of Thrones. Next name, number 5.
Number 5. Let me go.
That one's tricky.
Okay, my computer's going slow. Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's Princess Rhaenyra Targaryen. Played by Millie Alcock. The young Princess Rhaenyra is the daughter of King Viserys I and the first wife who died later giving birth to a second son. In the books, when that son died, Prince Daemon supposedly made jokes about it while in the brothel, which enraged the normally placid Viserys so much he formally declared Rhaenyra as his heir to the throne. I think it is Rhaenyra who ends up kind of being the very antagonistic Cersei type character of the series, and I can kind of see that look.
Yeah, she looks very antagonistic in this picture.
Yeah, she does. Next one.
Then this one, Prince Daemon.
Prince Daemon Targaryen. He is played by Matt Smith. He's going to be probably I don't know exactly if he's going to be like the Ned Stark. I don't know if he's going to be the main character through the whole thing. If he ends up getting fucking wiped out at the beginning, I don't know, but I know he's one of the main characters in it. You don't cast Matt Smith to not be one of the leads. Do you watch Doctor Who?
Never. I've seen like the old like black and white and like early Doctor Who.
Yeah, I didn't really watch it either. I saw season 1 of the reboot of Doctor Who with Chris Eccleston, and it wasn't really my speed, but I know who Matt Smith is from that terrible fucking Terminator movie where he plays Skynet.
Which one is he in? Which movie?
Genesis?
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, dude, lucky you. Lucky you. Since his brother Viserys I had no male heir, he feels he should be the next successor to the Iron Throne rather than his niece. Okay, so he's the one that wants to be entitled to the throne, but it's Rhaenyra who is named as the heir to the throne. And many in the patriarchal Seven Kingdoms also agree with him. Obviously, they don't want a woman ruler. By the way, that's the older Princess Rhaenyra, played by Emma Darcy, next to him, which means this will likely be a tense conversation. I don't know this next one.
Which one? Okay, Lord Corlys Velaryon.
He is the greatest seafarer in the world Game of Thrones had known or ever will know. Corlys was the lord of the island of Driftmark. His family was from High Valyria, okay, and like the Targaryens, and Corlys' travels made him rich enough to ensure he was a major player at the King's Landing after the conquest. His nickname was the Sea Snake after his ship, and he's currently the master of ships for the Targaryens, controlling the royal fleet and having the seat of Viserys I's small council. But during the upcoming civil war, he sides with Princess Rhaenyra. Another characters that are going to be big players in the series. I didn't realize, like, I thought that the white hair was a defining characteristics of the Targaryens themselves. I think it's interesting.
I was just about to ask, because you realize 100% of the pictures that we have are people with white hair.
White hair, yeah. I didn't think about it until just now. That's kind of wild.
Yeah, I was like, what's the white hair? Why does every single person have white hair?
So in Game of Thrones, that was a Targaryen trait. They were the only family or the only bloodline that had white hair. And they didn't have it in the series, but in the books they have violet eyes. Their eyes are purple. But it looks like, because I think this other family of people also came from the same area of the Targaryen. I don't know exactly why. That's interesting though. Clearly,
because like the only two pictures that didn't have white hair people were the one where it didn't have a head, and then the dragon.
Yeah, the dragon does not have white hair. Unfortunately, that'd be dope. Renee. Oh, sorry. Go.
Oh.
8.
Rhaenys.
Love that one.
How do you say? Is that how you say it?
I think so.
Rhaenys Velaryon.
Yeah. Corlys was in fact so powerful that he married Rhaenys Targaryen, who was once contender for the throne herself until the realm chose Viserys. Suffice it to say, she's no fan of the patriarchy. Girl, don't I know it?
Neither is Jeremy.
Fucking
how convenient that he married into another bloodline with white hair.
Yeah.
They didn't even have to worry about that. With their kids, look at their kids in the background.
For some reason, my shit is just not loading. I don't see
Yeah, mine's
anything.
really. It's just a whole bunch of. It's the king, Lord, whatever, with the white hair, next to old lady with white hair, next to other man with white hair, mixed guy in the background with white hair, their mixed daughter with white hair, and then some other people.
Now I see
That
it.
that's literally it's just a bunch of white hair.
I don't like that second slide, the one with Matt Smith in it. It looks a little day for nighty to me. But somebody did say it was like either sun up or sun down. I can accept that. It's the one slide number 6. It just feels a
Slide
little
6. Oh, I know. Yeah, that one.
let's see here. I love the welcome, the 9th slide. That is back in the Red Keep, which is like
Oh,
the
now mine's not loading at all.
that
Mine's having the same
sucks.
problem you're doing.
This is, the actual throne room
Oh,
in.
there it goes. Oh, so that's the actual throne, the one that you always see with the swords.
Yes, and dude, in a second they've modified it, which is awesome because when what's his fucking name? I normally know it. Littlefinger. When Lord Baelish, who's a character in the Game of Thrones, when he's talking about the throne, he says, "What is the throne? It's the lie. It's the thousand blades of Aegon's enemies. The stories we agree to tell each other over and over again until we forget that it's a lie." Basically, the throne of swords is melted down from all of the fallen kings that came before. So it's like in the book, it's like this fucking tall, like 20-foot structure. In this, though, they've added a whole bunch of swords to it. Instead of it just being that little throne with all the swords melted into it, they've like expanded it out, which is fucking super cool. But I like really like the production design. Like it looks very, very nice now.
Now,
The
are we on
dance.
to 10?
I'm gonna say, let's see. Yes,
Missaria?
sure.
Who would
Uh,
finally someone with not white hair? One character.
attractive. Who is this?
Yeah, she's a good-looking girl.
She's going to play the Mistress of Whispers. From what I understand, she's the Lord Baelish, or not, excuse me, not Lord Baelish, the what the fuck's his name, dude? I'm having a hard time remembering right now. The spider. Whatever, you
What?
get who I'm talking about.
I have no idea who you're talking about. I've kind of zoned out through this segment, to be completely honest.
Hey, Patrick Stewart, what's up, dude?
So in my head, now after going through these slides, it's a story about people battling over hair color. That's like what separates people.
Yes, correct. They battle of the hair colors. I don't know what. Oh, she's an Ex Machina, Caleb. That girl that I just now Googled that we were looking at her picture. She's the kind of love bot that gets.
She's an Ex Machina?
Correct, an Ex Machina. The only other character really.
Oh,
in the
okay.
house.
I thought you meant the main girl. I was like, no, it isn't.
No.
Okay, and
she does that dope ass dance scene.
Great film.
It is. All right. This one's easy enough. Go ahead. Another person without white hair. Look at us go. We're on a roll.
Oh man, Alicent Hightower.
Yeah.
So the Hightowers are gingers, so they're the bad guys because they have no souls.
I'm not. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, everybody's gonna be fucking terrible and sympathetic. I'm trying to figure out who the Starks are though of this series. Like looking at the pictures, I feel like she would be the good guy, but only because she looks closest to a Stark. Because in this picture, she's got the cat's paw dagger and she's fucking running to stab somebody. I don't know what's going on. She's the current queen of the Seven Kingdoms. That's Olivia Cook from Ready Player One and other things that weren't as bad. Did you see Thoroughbreds with Anya Taylor-Joy?
No, dude, I own it and I just haven't watched it.
It's really cool.
It looks cool.
Her marriage to Viserys I was supposedly engineered so that they could obviously, marry into this royal family. However, she knows how to play the Game of Thrones as well as anybody. And if I'm not mistaken, this whole thing pops off because of a conflict between Alicent and The one that we said looked antagonistic earlier. Princess Rhaenyra. If I'm incorrect about that, y'all let me know in the comment section. That's like what I'm looking at. And then the next one, the Joust.
So the joust, Jeremy, since you've been explaining to me, this is where people ride at each other on horses and try to knock each other off with long sticks. Just so you know.
They do that now?
Yeah, that's what the jousting thing is.
It's impossible to tell what a jousting tournament is. Let's see. It's impossible to tell what jousting tournament this is from with so little footage. But we do know in the books, a tourney was held to commemorate the 5-year wedding anniversary of Viserys and Alicent. During it, Alicent wore green while Rhaenyra wore red and black. So it becomes the greens versus the blacks. Setting the stage for the divides in House Targaryen that would form the opposing sides of the Dance of Dragons. So you're seeing what it's like Succession with fucking dragons in it.
Yeah, it's just politics with dragons.
Yeah, absolutely. And there used to be like really good sex
It's
and
like
violence in it.
It's how like the good Gundam shows and movies are politics with giant robots.
Yes. And that's the last image right there. 13, I believe. It's not the last page, but it is the last image.
Yeah, it's the last image.
And that's the one where you can see that there is the Iron Throne, and that looks to be Matt Smith sitting up at it. And I think that's Rhaenyra going to approach him to talk to him there. But you can see like 1,000 swords sticking all the way down the staircase, like they've been melted by blacksmiths, and you like there's almost puddles of the iron swords running down the stairs. Shit's fucking cool looking, dude.
Yeah, that's actually cool. The production value obviously looks good. I mean, it's HBO. I still want to see his Dark Materials on HBO.
I watched an episode or two of that, and I thought it was really good. I need to go back and finish it.
It looks like medieval Pokemon, is what it looks like.
yeah, dude.
Like steampunkish medieval Pokemon.
So as you guys can tell, I'm very excited about this new Game of Thrones. This is something that I have been looking forward to ever since the end, and one of the reasons why I am still like a Game of Thrones apologist is because I feel like it set the bar so much higher than what 90% of everything else on TV was doing, and yeah, it fucking flubbed it really bad at the end. But Caleb, like, can you dismiss an entire 8 years of television because of 2 bad years at the end? Like, what do you, like, does a bad ending fuck up an entire...
It can, but I don't know. Like, I think of, for me, Walking Dead. Like, Walking Dead's really gone downhill in the last, like, 2 seasons.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
To the point where I'm like, I don't even know if I'm going to finish it.
But is it still a good show?
Currently, no. Overall, yeah.
Because we loved it, and it's really good TV for a long time.
Yeah, like, it's I mean, what are they on, 11 seasons or whatever now? You know, I think I stopped at season 9. I actually liked it longer than most people did. But I don't know, like, I'm not going to look back and go, oh man, all those years that I had that I enjoyed it were garbage. No, it was really good TV for a long time.
That's what I'm trying to like hold on to, is like, if I had 5 years of really good week to week viewing and fucking theorizing and talking about the stuff, doesn't that outweigh a year of just being like, oh my god, this is... It wasn't even that, it was a couple weeks. It's
different than like a movie, like where a movie, the one we were just talking about, the Gunpowder Milkshake, where you're like, oh, this is good, and then it goes bad. Well, that's a short experience, so if half of it's bad, you know, like,
it's a really
or the
good
end
point.
of it's bad, like, it's a short experience. It can ruin it.
So in a movie, it's more likely to fuck it up because it's shorter runtime.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's 10 minutes of a movie that's really bad as opposed to a season of a 10, season show, percentage-wise, it's a much higher percentage of it being worse. Plus, it can ruin the whole experience. Because
so
your
what is the line? 50%? If a fucking 10 season series is good for 5 and bad for 5, is it a good series, or does it depend on how good those good ones are?
I think so I'll use X-Files. The first season, maybe 2 of X-Files are incredible.
Uh-huh.
All of the rest is trash.
Agreed. 100%. Yeah, dude.
Like, all of it's just garbage.
Yeah.
You know? But I think it's just different. I'm like, I always tell people, like, it's easier to quantify that. The first 2 seasons are great. Like, watch those.
I
especially
like
with
it
a show
when
like that.
people say like it gets good at season 5. Like I'm not gonna do a backloaded
Dude,
show.
That's my thing with people are always like DBZ. So I'm a completionist. I was like, well, DBZ isn't in Japan DBZ in the manga. It's just Dragon Ball. So I'm gonna start with Dragon Ball, and then I'm gonna watch all of Dragon Ball, and I'll get to DBZ. And people are like, oh, it's the greatest show ever, but skip Dragon Ball for like 300 episodes. It gets good after that. I'm like, well, if it gets good after 300 episodes, I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't invest that kind of time just to hope
Dude,
that
I
something
literally
gets
watched
good.
like 150 episodes of Dragon Ball, hating all of it. The original, not Z.
I
But
don't
was
think
just
I've
like,
ever seen Dragon Ball.
yeah, dude, because it's literally in Japan. It's just one show. Like, well, not show, but in the manga, it's just called Dragon Ball.
Mm.
So I'm like, yeah, if you got to be like, dude, skip the first 300 episodes, then it's amazing. I'm
Wait,
like,
is that
I'm out.
DBZ starts at episode 300 or some shit?
It starts at whatever one, but in the manga, it just continues to go. Like
Yeah,
the manga
okay.
is just called Dragon Ball.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
And
I
then there's
see.
a time jump in it, and people are like, start after the time jump. Yeah, no, I'm out, man.
I feel like people say that about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Maybe they don't. I think they do, and I feel like they say it about Clone Wars, but I don't remember. I think that's what it is. Dude, you know, I am such a big fan of the Marvel What If animated series that I saw so far, kind of similar to what I was saying about Star Wars, where it's different stories being told, all of the Doctor Strange shit. Like episode 4 was my favorite. By the way, guys, I will be doing a review of that with Holden hopefully next week. He had to leave town, so no issues there. I'll be talking about it on Saturday, but they're coming out with a season 2 and I'm already frustrated. I'm like, man, god damn it, dude. How am I supposed to? There's gonna be a point where I'm not gonna be able to watch all of it anymore.
That's with everything. Like, I feel like now fandom is you're like, oh, I'm a fan of one thing. You know, I'm a fan of Marvel. And you're like, what else? That's it. Because that's all I have time for.
Because that's all I have time for. Like, and I think people would probably even want to be fans of more stuff. But like, yeah, dude, there's Walking Dead, The World Beyond, Fear the Walking Dead, fucking Daryl spin-off series coming out. It's like, god damn, how could you
I look
possibly...
at like things I'm a fan of that I'm trying to keep up with. So Naruto, which is now Boruto, which is about a son. So I'm watching that.
Okay.
Still watching One Piece, which is 1,000 episodes. I'm watching Walking Dead, which is 1,000 episodes. New season of Atypical, the greatest show on Netflix, just came out.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh, you son of a bitch. That just came out. Then there's comics I'm reading. I'm currently trying to catch back up on Ninja Turtles, reading the comic. There's video games I want. It's just like there's 1,000 things to watch right now. Oh, and I've been on a binge of The Tick. I've been watching the Amazon Tick show.
Oh,
right
the one
now.
with Serafinowicz. Peter Serafinowicz, sure. Not Patrick
Yeah, not Patrick. The guy who was born to play the Tick.
Warburton. Yeah. He was the Tick to me.
He was the Tick. It took me a while to get into it. It's very different. Have you watched the new one?
No. Is it gritty?
It's imagine like Wilfred meets the Tick.
Okay.
But not as good as the Tick and not as good as
Wilfred. Yeah. It'd be hard pressed to be as good as Wilfred.
Yeah, Wilfred's impeccable.
That's a really good show. Dude, pretty much like if your movie starts or your show starts with somebody about to commit suicide, I'm pretty much in right off the bat. You know? Dude,
it's so funny that you say that. So my wife was like, watch Desperate Housewives with me. My wife was like, watch it with the... And have you ever watched the beginning of Desperate Housewives?
No.
Do you know anything about it? So there's a woman who's narrating this thing. Starts, shows her in the kitchen. She blows her brains out. And you find out that the girl narrating the entire show is dead.
That's her?
Yeah. And I was like, sold. I'm in.
And then how long do you watch it?
Dude, I watched like 5 seasons with her.
Okay.
The first one's actually kind of good because it's like a murder mystery. You're like, oh, okay, it's kind of a murder mystery. Kind of interesting. Then they solve the murder mystery and they're like, oh, crap, this show's a hit.
Now what?
Now there's another killer, and this just becomes the most dramatic neighborhood ever. I mean, it's all crap, but it gets crappier.
Well, I'm kind of more interested than I was before. I saw somebody brought up season 3, and I actually liked the first 2 seasons of that pretty good. It's so funny that Chris D'Elia got typecast as a pervert who likes young girls.
Oh, is that what he's in You? Is he like that?
That's what he is in You, yeah, dude. Trying to fucking smash a 16-year-old. It's like, goddamn, dude. Just what a self-report.
Yeah, art imitating life, right?
Oh, dude, it's a cabal, you guys. Cabal of the Hollywood elite.
It's something.
It's something. God damn, dude. What else? I mean, I guess that's all I got. Is there anything else you want to talk about? It's kind of early.
I know, man. What else was there to talk about? Have I watched anything else?
I feel like
Watched
there's
The Tick.
probably movie news that I
Oh,
missed. You guys let us know if there's
not
something we need to
movie
talk
news,
about. What you got?
but there is a video game that I highly recommend called Lost in Random. It's one of my favorite video game studios called Zoink Games.
Uh-huh.
And it's imagine a like kiddie like combat game with a almost Tim Burton-esque stop motion feel to it.
Yeah.
And it's also a card game. So you like roll a dice in the game, you get cards to summon weapons and then actually fight with them. And it almost has like Danny Elfman style music, a real weird, cool vibe. Game of the year so far. Love
I'm
everything about
very
it.
into it. Like I'm looking at the art for it right now,
It's
and I'm listening
awesome,
to you
isn't
talk
it?
about it, and I'm into it.
Dude, it's incredible. That's the only
Did
thing
you
I had to talk about.
do you have it on Steam? No,
No,
you have
I
it on
got it on.
console.
Yeah, I got it on PS4. You know, I almost bought it on my Switch. I kind of wish I would have, just for it being handheld.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
because like
I'm
when I'm laying in
definitely.
bed,
Yeah. I haven't played any new gaming in a while. My buddy is trying to get me into it's the oldest game. It's Age of Empires. Have you ever played that?
long time ago.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, like
My buddy's trying to get me into Oregon Trail. Have you ever heard of that one?
that old game.
That's what I feel like, but it's not that. Let's see, what do we got here? Scenes from a Marriage, HBO, Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain, intense, all dialogue. Haven't seen it. Open to it. I really am a fan of Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain. They're two of the best working, so I'd be interested in that. Caleb, did you ever watch Fringe?
No, but my brother swears by that show.
I've heard really good things about it as well.
Yeah, he swears by it. Never seen an episode.
Patrick McCabe, that's a great question. Caleb, did you hear about the Hollywood union strike?
Oh yeah, I did. I just like heard. I don't even know what's going on. Like who's wanting to unionize? Who's like, well, they are unionized, but who's striking?
I'm gonna make sure I don't talk out of turn because I don't have the very
Because I have
very
no idea.
specifics
I don't
of it.
know anything about it.
Streaming pay. And this is in regards probably as a response to Scarlett Johansson's initial win in the lawsuit.
Is it like actors or is it like production staff?
I think I think this is crews specifically, but
Give them more money, man.
Yes, yeah, right.
100% support it.
Representing tens of thousands of television and film production workers announced this week that its members voted overwhelmingly to authorize a nationwide strike over stalled negotiations on several new contracts. A strike could severely disrupt production across Hollywood, but only if the union determines its discussions for improved pay on streaming productions and better working conditions aren't moved forward. So you're firmly in the camp of negotiate at least.
Yeah, I mean, it's just hard to see, and this is every industry. It's hard to see, and this is something that I've actually kind of changed on as I got older. I used to be more like, conservative on a lot of this, but it is hard to see these people who, you know, work their ass off while these other people are making tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And these people, cameramen and stuff, probably can't even pay their bills very well, are having a hard time finding housing in a place like California or New York, where these are based out of.
Dude, if I don't get a Fast and the Furious movie every year, I'm going to have a goddamn meltdown. So they better get it figured out fucking fast. I'm going to fucking lose it if I don't get another Jurassic Park.
Do you think, would you be supportive of them?
I am, yeah. They're not going to give them enough money no matter what it is. So just like, do something, man. I'm so like right now, am so angry at just capitalism because of my fucking job, dude. So
I think you and me are in the same boat. I mean, like I said, tomorrow's my last day at my job, so I get it.
Yeah. And so yeah, give them everything, dude. My boss won't give me shit, so give those people everything.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I hate to sound too lefty, but there is an issue when people are making tens of millions to more, hundreds of millions, on a production, and there's people who are making minimum wage. there's an issue there.
There's absolutely an issue there, and the crews work the hardest. And celebrities that are good are always very gracious about the people and stunt workers and all of that kind of stuff. But yes, they are out there
Dude,
working for a fraction.
Hours they work are probably insane too.
Yep. Marvel announced Agatha Harkness spinoff today. MCU is getting out of hand. All right, okay. We got Visions, Boba Fett, Mandalorian, What If, Loki, not WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, what's a Bad Batch. I'm running out of fingers, and that's just Star Wars and Marvel content. I know there's so much more than that
It's too much.
Yeah,
too much.
It's too much.
That's honestly, I feel like more than anything, specifically with Marvel, it hurt me, already because I got kind of burnt. But Star Wars, the whole reason I don't watch any Star Wars is it's too much fucking Star Wars.
Hawkeye. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's Hawkeye now too, isn't there?
And it looks great. And all of them on their own look fantastic. I'm not even bagging it, dude. Like I am a fan of that stuff. But at some point, they're just piling too much shit on my back. I'm gonna have to break.
100%. Yeah, at some point you're just gonna go. Like we've been talking for years about superhero fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
Like I hit it way quicker than you did. But do you think there's a point where you will hit it, where your breaking point, where you're just like, I'm over it?
It's not, yeah, and it's not that. Again, it's not that I don't think I will like them, but yeah, it's just at some point they're just asking too much of a casual consumer,
That's my thing. It's like I have other things to do that I would like to do with my time than just watch one franchise. Even just watching things or partaking in things. Asking me to watch 20 movies and 10 shows, and it's like, all right, cool. Because I don't know, maybe it's just me. I'm an all or nothing guy. If I feel like I can't watch all the content, then I just don't want any of it.
It's like when your friends invite you to a destination wedding. You know what I'm saying? It's like, God damn, I already got to get you a present. Now you're asking me to fucking fly to Hawaii so I can you know what I mean? Like,
oh, no. See, that's why you just be a bad friend and be like, dude, I can't afford it. You shoot him a text. Enjoy your big day.
I'm going to send that shit to Marvel, dude. Like, sorry, I don't have time for it.
I don't have time or money for all this.
Yeah. Anyways, but I'm sure all of them are going to be great. I'm actually excited about all of the next movies. I don't know. It's the TV shows that I might have to tap out on. That's going to be like my priorities are that. I'm going to continue to watch the big movies that come out, even the origin stories and shit. Thought Shang-Chi was really good. Did you see it?
No, I'll wait till it comes out.
It was good.
I mean, just the Abomination, and then you have Tony Leung in it. Like, I'm sold.
Abomination's in it for all of 30 seconds. I hope that doesn't ruin it for you.
No, I figure that. I'll still take it. 30 seconds of Abomination is 30 seconds more than I had.
Thank you guys all for coming and hanging out on this fine Thursday evening. I really do appreciate it. Always a pleasure. And I hope you enjoyed this week's conversations. I know I had a good time. I feel good about it. I feel like Caleb endured and did a pretty good job. He endured a pretty savage history lesson in Game of Thrones lore.
Yeah, that was rough. I'll tell you what, as boring as that was, I could imagine sitting through the show. I couldn't get through 15 minutes of that.
All right, guys. Well, let us know what your thoughts are on the upcoming House of the Dragon. Let us know about how many TV shows and movies is too much, and we hope to see you back same time, same place. Patrick Stewart, thank you very much for the super chat. Same time, same place next Thursday. And until then, and on behalf of both me and Caleb, be terrible.